is Steven Sandoval, and then people know me as the dove guy because I release doves at funerals and weddings and any type of event. We release white doves. I got into the dove release business with my uncle. He started with regular pigeons at his house, and we eventually came across some white ones, and he started just going to funerals. We just started sending me as his English guy for whenever a service was in English, and I was like 14 at the time when I started.
I thought it was very interesting to see a documentary slash a mini anthology in which you get to see two very different professions, but also two professions you don't really hear about a lot. And I thought that was really cool perspective. And I liked how they parallel each other in the sense of how their careers and their objectives were fueled and also healed by grief. Like what they did helped to heal their grief in a way. And I also thought that was a very interesting perspective as well, especially since it was two men and men don't really, it's stereotypically not known for men to really express their feelings in the way that they should or that they are absolutely entitled to. So I absolutely love that. And on top of the fact, showcasing these really cool jobs that they have, like I would have never thought that dove releasing for funerals was a thing. I also don't really think too much about like puppeteering. So I thought that was really cool and really amazing. And kind of seeing how these two men from somewhat difficult backgrounds allowed their hearts to take in this craft, and they allowed the craft to change them and to change them for the better. And it was also thanks to someone who had taken them in and also tried to show them the right path and steer them away from the wrong path in life. So I thought that was really amazing.
I loved that we have these super out of the box jobs that these men are performing, but they have really strong emotional cores to them. We have a man who's releasing doves for a living at funerals, and he's talking about what being at a funeral almost every day is doing for his outlook on life and how he thinks about life and death and peace, and also how that sort of outlook on life affected how he looked at his mom's death when that occurred the year before, sort of looking through that lens and feeling his mother's death while also having it happen while he's literally at a funeral himself. And just, yeah, I thought that was powerful and so interesting to learn about other people's views on life and how their jobs sort of impact that. His job as you never would have expected, someone's job as a dove releaser would have, that job would have such an impact on their life view. So I thought that was so interesting just to see that. And then we had the man who was the puppeteer, and he's talking about, his relationship with his mentor, and that also gets very emotional for him. And I just really enjoyed watching that and learning about these people and getting a glimpse into this life that is so different and yet so close in proximity to us.
Loved getting to hear these two men's stories and how they took grief and sadness in their lives and made something truly beautiful out of it, not just for themselves, but for others. The selflessness, right, in the entertainer, in the provider of catharsis, which is what I very much felt our dove releaser was acting as. These men are so candid about their emotions and their experiences in this web series episode, and it is so refreshing to see that kind of openness, that pouring out of love and sadness and gratitude.
It was a very moving, sweet, heartwarming, sad story of two Hispanic men living their lives in LA with two very unique, and it's just amazing what you can accomplish in life and the interests that you can get into and the difference that you can make in other people's lives and in your own life with the interests that you make, especially in the arts. And so my heart breaks for him. It definitely was a sad watch, but really really inspiring. He talked a lot about hard work, and hard work got him to where he was, and it's something that he prides himself on. And so maybe one day the theater will open back up. That's what I'm hoping for. We need to start a petition to open back up the theater. But yeah, they're both really sweet films, and just such a nice slice of life, especially here in Los Angeles, currently where I'm living. It's such a big city, and sometimes it's easy to get lost in the hustle, of everything that goes on here. But, everyone lives a life here and everyone has a story to tell. And so these are two amazing stories of two amazing young men who have found their passion in something that really means a lot to them.
I love how the show documentary has different elements to it, from the dove guy and the puppet master, and how these guys from different backgrounds represent themselves in their art form and how they find themselves connecting with others around them. And the first guy, the dove guy, I especially love how he incorporates his love for doves with their, and how at a funeral it's a sign of letting go. And as the doves fly out, the mourners let go of their loved ones. And with the puppet master, I also love how he finds joy in what he does for a living and finds no shame in doing it, which makes this such a fun watch.
Really interesting short documentary. It's a fascinating world that's presented with a really intriguing character, and I think it makes for great viewing. Um, the filmmakers did a really great job too with how they chose the conversation topics and the interview pieces. It really gave me a different perspective on life from hearing his perspective with the doves. And I think it's a really unique documentary that anyone would enjoy.